Hello, we're Team 9 and this is our Bonfire Games presentation. I'm Elisa.
I'm Michael.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Amber.
Alright, so Bonfire Games is a small company owned by Thomas Hafer, mainly focused in the video game market. They offer products anywhere from old school to new age consoles, video games, and action figures. Bonfire Games aims to target video game enthusiasts who enjoy the experience of buying video games in store. Recently, they have expanded their target market by creating a website which allows customers to purchase video games digitally as well. The ideal customer will come into the store and buy a game with cash, which will then be returned to the store as a trade for store credit. That can be used to purchase the next game, creating an endless cycle of loyalty to the Bonfire Game Company. Bonfire Games is currently taking marketing initiatives to increase its brand visibility by posting on Instagram and Facebook on an almost daily basis. Their goal is to keep their followers up to date on the games they're offering. Their primary value is to create a safe place for gamers to go to and buy games from. They're also trying to make the store feel like a real-life counterpart to the Bonfire in Dark Souls. They really focus on prioritizing customers by creating a customized experience to their specific needs. Now we're going to talk about the consumer electronics store's market trends. The different products and service segmentations that make up the revenue of electronic stores are TVs and audiovisual equipment, computer softwares, appliances, services, and other retail sales. For the current trends throughout the pandemic, a demand for appliances increased because a lot of people wanted to add things to their home, and because a lot of people spend more time at home, the revenue from video games and DVDs decreased because of online streaming. Consumer electronics stores have been facing more external market competition, which caused the compound annual growth rate to fall by 2.2% to $158 billion from 2018 to 2023. Lastly, for current performance, the coronavirus had a huge impact on the industry, where in 2020, industry revenue dropped by 7.3% due to social distancing and regulations. A lot of establishments were forced to close temporarily. And then in 2021, the industry experienced an abnormal growth because of an increase in consumer spending.
Brand competitors. RU Game and M&M/Unlimited Games are direct competitors to Bonfire Games. They both deal in the retro video game like area or community. They both focus on old consoles and not the new gen consoles now. Their target markets are around the mid-20s, and they're looking for collectors or just hardcore gamers. Both of them are not too active on social media, and they both have a small following compared to the other brand competitor, which is GameStop. RU Game is only located in Tampa by USF off Fowler, and then M&M and Unlimited Games has 3 locations, which is Pinellas Park, Clearwater, and Largo. GameStop is the biggest brand competitor out of the 3. It's more well known than 3. It has around 5,700 store locations across 14 different countries. The products they focus on is more of the newer games, not the retro games. So they're selling the newer consoles. Their target market is also the mid-20s that are gamers, not so much collectors. They are very big on social media. They have a large following of around 6.5 million on Instagram. Product competitors. Target and Walmart are very similar to each other, so I have them on the same slide. They're both big retail stores that sell almost anything that you can think of. They compete with Bonfire Games because of their small video game section in their store. They do only focus on the newer style video games and consoles, so the new Xboxes and the new PlayStations and the new Nintendos. Their target market is, for Target, it's more upper class people looking for quality products. It does get a bit more pricey. And for Walmart, it's lower or middle to lower income households, around 18 to 64. The following on the social medias for Walmart and Target are very large. They both have over millions of followers on Facebook and Instagram. Best Buy is one of the more direct product competitors because they sell a lot more electronics than the other stores do. The products that Best Buy does sell is the newer style consoles, just like Walmart and Target. The target market for Best Buy is it's tech savvy individuals around 18 to 49. And then Best Buy also has a very large following with over millions of followers on their social media.
So after looking at those of our competitors and their audiences, we knew that we had to choose a target market as a team for Bonfire Games. And we really specifically looked at 3 different types of segmentation for this. That's going to be demographic, psychographic, and behavioral segments. Those all include things like age, race, income. Also, we wanted to look at whether they're an introvert, an extrovert type personality, what motivates them, their product end user, and their price sensitivity to things. When looking at this market and doing research, we really realized that it's going to be a younger demographic. We chose an age range of about 16 to 25 for most of our personas. That's going to be also that there's 19% of individuals within Florida, which is one of the largest growing states over the past few years, that are going to fall into this age range category. That's out of 22 million people that reside in Florida. So it's quite a bit of people that you have to offer your products to as Bonfire Games. So then we're just going to look at what the ultimate gamer exactly wants. And so what he wants quality, quantity, and a wide variety of the latest things, all games. Bonfire Games is able to do this because they have a wide selection of genres and games to offer home gamers like the Ultimate Gamer. And also the Ultimate Gamer wants to feel a sense of inclusion and comfort, and we recognize this as one of Bonfire's games forefronts of their mission and what they try to sell when you come into their stores. So now specifically looking at Greg Williams himself, he's going to be 21 years of age, again, following into that category that we chose. He is a male. We chose white as his race because that is actually going to be dominant within this age range as well within Florida. He's an introvert and he likes to spend most of his free time behind a game and really practicing on his skills and testing out new things within the gaming world. His hobbies, of course, is going to be gaming, but also joining online chats to really get out into the community. And his motivators are going to be things such as winning and being a known online presence, considering his occupation being Twitch streaming.
All right, moving on to the SWOT analysis. I just brought over 2 key points I got from the SWOT analysis. Starting off with awareness of the company, we found that was to be a strong weakness, and how we can overcome it is with a referral system. And this is where you can get already loyal customers to recruit new ones and expand the awareness of the company. Next is the opportunity, which is partnerships, and how to take advantage of this. We can partner up with local businesses and game developers, and both of these are included in the recommendations. So I'll be talking about them in that slide. All right.
So in the primary research, the 5 of us sent out an 11-question survey, and we got 78 responses back. Out of those 11 questions, we chose these 2 questions as kind of the more important questions in terms of what type of console do you or would you play on, and the majority of people do play on PC and PlayStation, and then what game stores have you heard of? And Bonfire Games wasn't the majority. Actually, it was the least. Only 4 out of the 78 people have heard of Bonfire Games. And then a similar store like RU Games, which is a locally owned Tampa video game store. They only had a few more people who have heard of it. Most of the people go to Best Buy or Target. And then when we looked at all the go back for a second. When we look at the whole survey itself, a lot of people buy online, are in the age range of 18 to 22, have an income because they work and really play for fun. And then I think one of the more important things is a lot of them don't own retro video games, which leads me into my next slide, which is the core issues. And in the core issues, I think, as we see here, there's price of games, loyalty of customers, partnerships, and buying games online. And I think that buying games online is maybe the most important core issue, because the trend of no longer going in store and buying a game physically, but instead going online through maybe the PlayStation Store, and just buying it through there, and it uploads to your console immediately. Some of the goals and objectives that can help that is create an online store, which I know Thomas talked about when we met with him earlier in the semester. And then also the partnerships of partnering with local Tampa-owned companies that maybe are going to be in that age range demographic that have customers coming in.
All right, lastly is recommendations. So these stem from the overall problem of awareness of the company. So starting off with partnerships, you can partner with game developers and other local stores to eventually offer exclusive products and help gain awareness. Also, you can build a community. Since they already have a community-oriented feel in their workplace, this should be easier to obtain. In this way, they can build a community with like game nights, events, reward system, using their social media, blog, or even eventually down the road work with their influencers. And lastly, they can create an infographic, which I created on the right. It shows who they are and their values. As you saw in the survey, they're not really well known as of right now. So I feel like if they can post this up on their social media, online page, print it out, and students can help solve that problem. And yeah, that was our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.